Yeah, so hi everybody, hi everyone, welcome to this brand new tutorial. Yeah, so why am I ditching GitLab Cicd to move to Jenkins on my deployments? Yeah, so a little question that I've been getting is, so if GitLab Cicd still exists, why am I still using Jenkins in 2025 or 2026 to deploy my apps? So various number of apps to do with Spring Boot, React, Next.js, Laravel application, rather backends. I usually do those number of services and deploy them using GitLab Cicd. But then a lot of people ask, so my short answer is GitLab Cicd is great. We can't deny the fact. But then Jenkins will give us more control, or rather more flexibility and long-term freedom for real production system. I'll show you with an example. So there's a very simple app that I was doing here. So GitLab has been doing some amazing job, so to speak, because I've been doing a number of applications, a number of production level deployments using GitLab Cicd. As you can see here, I have a lot of apps, 2, 3, 4 apps that I've been doing with GitLab. So let me just check if I can see some sample. Yeah, you see, like this one, I used to deploy this one to real clients, and this was literally doing some amazing job. You can see here I've been having a number of deployments and stuff like that. But now, why am I ditching it? So one of the latest much technical deployments that I tried to do now using containerized application and using the GitLab registry for my images, I tried to deploy an app here, and it was a very basic deployment of just 3 apps. But for sure, it has been a pain. So I've been trying to do some stuff. I don't know if I was the one doing it wrongly, which I doubt. But it wasn't really something that should take me a lot of time, but rather it took me a number of tries. You can see I have a number of tries, pages and pages, different stuffs working at different level and different stuffs not working at the same level. And my deployment was just simple. A simple stuff like I was just picking these images. I had 3 stages here. I'm just picking the image for my front end, building it, building the image, and then picking that. This is for the back end, picking that Laravel application, and then deploying it. And then I'll run a number of scripts to just have my app running. The second one was just to do some number of deployment of my front end, also to just run some database scripts and then deploy my front end app and then have it just connected, the 2 of them. So simple structure: one Laravel application, Postgres database rollup using the normal images, and then the final front-end app, which was done on React. And this one, I couldn't achieve it in the time that I expected. So this is one reason why I'm really ditching GitLab Cicd, for this particular reason. Because Jenkins, I believe it will give me more control, more flexibility and long-term freedom in terms of doing stuffs like running script on the server, doing some building of the images pretty quickly, and I'll not have these failing. Like you see right here, I have, I think my memory has been depleted for my runner. So you see, I'm still even can't run the first one. It doesn't have error, but I can't even run this. If I retry it, still I'm getting some more errors. So I believe this is a problem that Jenkins is gonna solve. So that's why I'm going in here. So I'm not in here to sell Jenkins to you, but I want to explain how I think as an engineer when choosing CI/CD tool, and why Jenkins fits all or many other architectures better, more so the microservice architecture that we have been building in this channel. So the problem with tool was, so one of the biggest mistake that a developer make is asking which tool is better. Well, that's a wrong question. I think it's not about the tooling. The right question should be which tool fits my deployment architecture, or rather team, or my growth plan. That should be the question that I'm trying to answer here. So I've used GitLab Cicd, I've used Jenkins, and I've used these GitHub Actions. And in real world system, especially multi-stack apps, the decision is not as simple as GitLab already has a CI, or maybe GitHub already has a CI. Yeah, so my deployment context will be, I'll be setting up to deploy a Spring Boot API, a Laravel API 1.1, and then I'll do a React frontend that I want to deploy in my machine, running on my VM, or rather a droplet on a DigitalOcean. Yeah, so that's a virtual machine. So all of them I'll build as a Docker image and then deploy to the servers or the control using the same CI/CD logic. So my pipeline will look like GitLab. It will run from GitLab, and then it goes to Jenkins, and then after that it builds a Docker image, and then save it in a container registry, and then finally my production server now will pick that and deploy it and expose it. So that's what we'll be building. So follow up with me to see the goodies that we'll have in this series for CI/CD. Thank you, and see you in the next one.